Yo, what's up guys? So in this video we're going to be talking about the top 3 best towers in TDS. And this might be my opinion, but I believe that the majority of the community will probably agree as well with my list. And these are not in any particular order. The reason being is it's extremely hard to say one tower is the best because you have to have 5 towers in your tower deck and they all synergize with each other. Like you all use them to help each other out. For example, commander without, offensive towers is useless. Farm without expensive towers is not as good, right? Because, less expensive towers like archer, you don't need farm to like max them and so on and so forth. So the first tower on my list is commander. Now, the reason commander is so good is that it is the best support tower right now. It is the best support tower, period. It has been really good for a long time, and I believe that this is one of the top 3 towers in TDS right now. It is impossible to solo without a commander. It is impossible to do hardcore without commander. And commander is just an amazing support tower because it gives so much attack speed to the surrounding offensive towers and boosts their DPS by a lot. And it's also pretty cheap. So you want to have a commander in your deck almost every game unless someone else has it. Then you would have something like DJ or something. But yeah, commander, because its buff is amazing and you can easily chain activate call to arms by having 3 commanders, you can have boosted DPS of your surrounding towers almost permanently, basically, as long as they don't get stunned, which is commander's biggest weakness, and that's what makes it balanced, the fact that it can get stunned. Now, the next tower is farm. Now, without farm, hardcore would probably be impossible. Same with solo. Farm is the reason you're able to have 10 max outlaws by wave 40 or 50 depending on what you're trying to do. And farm was actually recently buffed. Well, I mean, it was nerfed and then buffed and then nerfed and then buffed, I think. It's kind of complicated, but it used to have a placement limit of 20 when the troop limit was 20, so basically no placement limit, and then it went down to 10, I believe, and then even further down to 6, and now it's at 8. So I would say farm is at a really good spot. It's probably a really balanced tower right now. But the reason it's one of the 3 best towers in the game right now is that without it, a lot of things would be impossible. Simply because you wouldn't have enough money to have enough defense against the zombies. And especially because a lot of the expensive towers like Outlaws would need extra funding from Bill Gates, aka farm, to upgrade them. So I would say farm is an amazing tower. It's one of the best towers in the game and it's just so good, helping you with the cash problems in game. Last one of the top 3 tower is Outlaw. The reason Outlaw is amazing is that it's still a cliff tower, it's still the best cliff tower, and it is still the most consistent tower in the game. Because it is a cliff tower, it is very stun resistant, and sadly it does not have hidden detection anymore, but that doesn't mean it's bad. Sure, it's a little worse than before, but it is definitely still a very strong tower, and without it you probably can't do any solos and hardcore either. So it is a must-have for pretty much every single person, basically. Every single person, no matter what kind of game mode you're playing, you should have an Outlaw in your tower deck just because it is so stun resistant, and every single boss nowadays has a stun. Like, you look away from your monitor for 5 seconds, your ground towers are stunned and you're just like, okay, this game sucks. But yeah, that is one of the biggest reasons why Outlaws are just so good, because it is so stun resistant, and that's why I decided to put it as one of the top 3 towers in TDS right now. Now, with the top 3 towers talked about, I also want to give an honorable mention to another tower, and that is a military base. The reason military base is an honorable mention is that military base is essential when you're trying to do hardcore and even probably hidden wave. I don't think anyone triumphed hidden wave like legit without using a glitch or anything like that, like after the re-release. But military base is essential for hardcore. It is not essential for solo, but it is for hardcore. And it is also really good overall for really long maps, because longer maps means zombies take longer to travel from the entrance to the exit. That means there's more time for the military bases to spawn more vehicle. So that's why military base is super good on very long maps. And it only received an honorable mention because I personally didn't think that it was as good, because you don't need it for solo, and because its DPS isn't really consistent. The moment it dies for about 45 seconds, I believe, it doesn't spawn another vehicle, and for that reason the DPS can be very, very bad, and it is not consistent. And even in hardcore, military base is only used as like an early game defense, not really like a late game. Although it is useful against the Void Reavers because they're super slow. Now, the last tower I have on the list is a circumstantial tower, Accelerator. So with an Accelerator, duo hardcore is possible. I personally haven't done it. I've gotten really, really close. Just because I was just unlucky, and a couple other people have done it with Accelerator, and only because of Accelerator they were able to duo triumph hardcore difficulty. Now this is a circumstantially like really good tower, because Accelerator is the only tower in the game with which you can duo triumph hardcore right now. There's no other tower that could help you do that. Literally nothing else. And that's because Accelerator has a really high DPS. The rate of firebug kind of ruins it, but it's still a really strong tower. And because of that, you're able to duo triumph hardcore. So yeah, overall, the three towers, we have Commander, Farm, and Outlaw, because of their amazing usefulness in solo, also in hardcore, and pretty much in every game scenario. You would almost never see a single game without them. I mean, Farm and Halloween event, because Farm doesn't give you any cash, but yeah, in other game modes, they're basically seen in almost every single match for a good reason, because they're amazing, right? And we have an honorable mention, military base, because it's amazing for hardcore and really good for long maps. And then finally, circumstantially good tower, like tower that is good for specific things. In this case, Accelerator, because it is the only tower that can help you duo triumph hardcore, and there's again no other tower that could help you do that. So yeah, that is what I think are the top 3 best towers, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys think there's another tower that's better than Commander, Farm, or Outlaw, let me know in the comment section and why. And if you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.